Mike Ocherobia going for the tip-off. Ball is up and Mike Marcel controls. The Raiders will get the first possession. Ricky McGill hands to Chris Porter-Bunton. Here's Mike Marcel. Shot clock ticking down, 10 seconds left on it. They get the ball inside. It's tipped away by Evan Walsh.
Interesting defense there, Surrey, straight away. They switched on that pick and roll. Left Ryan Richards guarding McGill. And that was a tough guard on Ocherobia. So interesting if they keep doing that throughout the game.
Well, Neighbour with the turnaround jump shot. Big Mike with the rebound, but he will go to the line for two.
I think Ricky McGill would be very happy with Ryan Richards guarding him on a three-point line, for sure.
Will Neighbour in the starting lineup tonight. Ash Hamilton, game time decision, obviously unavailable. How much of a difference does that make to their preparation? Obviously, the Surrey Scorchers coming in.
If you've prepared for Ash Hamilton and you get Will Neighbour, you got a completely different contrast in players. You know, they both offer very different things.
Yeah.
But what Will's going to do now, he stretches the floor completely. You know, now they're going to have to focus on covering his three-point shot. You know, at the same time, he can go inside as well. Got a great hook shot inside. So there's a lot more offensive, I would say, versatility right there.
Yeah.
But Ash is certainly going to be missed on the defensive end, and of course his scoring is going to be missed. You know, there's no question about that at all.
Miscommunication between Tony Hicks and Ryan Richards. Backcourt violation. And the Raiders with a football score right now, 1-0 at the moment. 9:23 left. Mike Marcel will inbound to Will Neighbour, and Raiders drive by Mike Marcel, no foul called. Here comes Tayo Ogundembe in his 13th season as a BBL player.
Yeah, Tayo's seen it all, that's for sure.
Tony Hicks with a deep three, doesn't go. Ryan Richards sends bodies flying but can't get the rebound. Here come the Raiders. Chris Porter-Bunton pulls up for a long two, doesn't go. Evan Walsh with the rebound. Surrey Scorchers now. Plenty of green shirts back. Draws contact there. Tayo draws contact from Ricky McGill. The sideline ball.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Chris Porter-Bunton just pulling up from that. You know, we've seen multiple games. Him and Ricky McGill can stop on the dime, and they can pull up the ball from all sorts of distance.
Yeah.
You know, something Surrey really going to have to focus on.
It's a long inbound pass by Tayo. Three, second attempt tonight from Tony Hicks. He knocks that one down. Puts the Scorchers up by two. McGill to Will Neighbour. Pressure from Tony Hicks on Ricky McGill. The Raiders a little bit static right now, trying to find some offense, some gaps. Here comes Ricky McGill, stops and takes the two. It's too long. And Lacey James fights with Evan Walsh for the rebound. Here come the Scorchers trying to increase their lead. Ryan Richards spreading the floor. Foul called against Big Mike Ocherobia.
Yeah, that's a foul you don't need, you know, because it's one which you're going to get frustrated with, because when it comes later down the line and you didn't really prevent anything, you didn't change anything by that foul.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't affect him further down the line.
Evan Walsh in possession. There's Tony Hicks. Lacey James takes the two, knocks that down, and Will Neighbour gave him room.
Yeah, so you got to keep your hand up on Lacey James. If you don't, he's going to put that one on you.
Ricky McGill drives baseline, hooks pass out to Will Neighbour. Mike Marcel puts it down to Will. Will Neighbour backs down
for that hook shot.
Double team comes, and it's a good double team. They steal the ball. Tayo to Tony Hicks. Hicks tightrope walking.
The one thing you'd say, Ryan Richard and Will Neighbour are good friends, right?
Yeah.
Ryan and Will know each other's game inside out. So as soon as Will dropped that down, Ryan knew perfectly when he's going to come out and contest that.
He knew the baby hook was coming. Mike Marcel in possession for the Raiders, who trail by 4. 7 minutes 30 left in this first quarter. Will Neighbour, 3, gets it.
There we go, Will Neighbour. This is what he can do. This is why you got to keep an eye on him, Lacey James.
Surrey Scorchers will not want Will Neighbour to get hot in any way, shape or form. Here's Tony Hicks. Lacey James. Lacey James puts up a 2 again, doesn't get it. Will Neighbour again gave him space to shoot it. Porter Bunton drives, draws contact on the floor. Circus shot there as he goes to the rim. It'll be a sideline ball or end line ball. It's going to be a sideline ball.
It's going to be one or the other, right?
I don't like it when the refs, they point. They point like... okay. Anyway. 1 point lead for the Scorchers. Porter Bunton bounce pass.
Nice pass, not quite made it, but right idea there.
Evan Walsh with the drive, doesn't get it to go. Basket interference, the call. Slap in the backboard. As the ball was...
on its way out.
The ball was in and around the area of the hoop.
Yeah.
For Surrey Scorcher fans.
It was, yeah. It was on its way out of the hoop, you're right.
Rules are rules. Here's Ricky McGill. Good defense by Tony Hicks, causing some problems there for the Raiders point guard, who's had some good games of late. Chris Porter Bunton with Evan Walsh on him. 7 seconds on the shot clock. It's down to Big Mike. Here's Will Neighbour, puts up the 3, knocks down his second straight 3 and ties the game.
Lacey James, you can't play him that far off. You know, Will Neighbour's got good height on him, length in his arms, and he can shoot the free ball. You got to be up on him.
It was a deep 3 by Tony Hicks, didn't go, and Mike Russell goes all the way and gets the goal, gets the finger roll to drop. Raiders up by 2. Evan Walsh with the drive, tough shot. Plenty of contact, but no foul called. Here's Mike Russell. Chris Porter Bunton. He's got a bit of a mismatch there with Ryan Richards. Drives baseline, kicks out, tipped by Evan Walsh. But Mike Russell, who had it, drives, couldn't get it to drop. And last touch, Big Mike Ocherobia. It'll be Surrey Scorchers ball. 5:35 left in the first. Both teams showing good confidence so far.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a really interesting matchup in a minute. They're both kind of getting a feel for each other.
Yeah.
They're denying what you would class as your key weapons, who have been recently. But you know, Raiders have got so many offensive threats that causes problems. You know, we're yet to see really Ryan Richards go to work, and you know, I was about to say we're yet to see Walsh really.
Evan Walsh with a corner 3.
Really go anywhere, but now he's
hit right on cue.
Yeah, just perfect timing. Thanks, Evan Walsh. Appreciate that.
Here's Will Neighbour. Will Neighbour starts the game.
Will Neighbour.
3 for 3, and the bench is on its feet.
That's just what you need from Will. Stepping into the starting 5 today. First quarter, 3 from 3. Keep that going.
Ryan Richards puts up a 3 of his own and knocks that down. Surrey Scorchers with the quick answer.
Ryan Richards, you see that? He looked straight at the Raiders bench. He gave an impression of throwing that towel around. But now the referee's having to have a word with him about provoking the bench. So Ryan Richards got to be careful, because you know what? He was really hyped for this game.
Yeah.
Because he's a former Raider.
Yeah.
He knows the guys. He could get overhyped at some point.
Well, it's Raiders ball, end line. Will Neighbour will inbound the pass. 1 point lead for the Scorchers. CPB drives, goes up with the left hand.
The second on Walsh as well, I believe.
We will be going to the line to shoot 2. And Cameron Hildreth steps on the floor.
And there we go, as predicted.
Yeah, Denzel Ubiaro in as well. So hopefully we get to see these guys go at each other.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Chris Porter Bunton is good.
See, Ricky McGill's got some new sneakers on today.
He's got away from the Jordan 12.
I just said to him, that's the newest pair of sneakers I've seen in him. You know, his feet must feel so much lighter from wearing old school Jordans every game.
Chris Porter Bunton, the 68% free throw shooter, knocks down to give the Raiders a 1-point lead. Teo in possession, gets it down to Ryan Richards. Principe, he found himself some room and shoots over Principe. Ryan Richards now, he's hit his last 2 field goals. Denzel Ubioro finds himself space, doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Lacey. And away comes Tony Hicks. Surrey Scorchers have the 1-point lead right now. Lacey James drives, is fouled. 2 shots.
This is the thing, watching it just means people like Lacey James can get to the hoop a little bit more. They can make their cuts and they don't have that big presence inside.
Lacey James misses his first attempt. 75% free throw shoot. You expect him to get this one in. 1-point lead so far for the Scorchers. 3:59 left in the first quarter. This is both. And here come the Raiders. The lead stays at 1 for the Surrey Scorchers. Ubiaro to Ricky McGill. McGill stopped for the shot, gets inside to Principe. Foul against Lacey James.
And that'll be free throw line, I believe, for Principe. Oh no, sorry, apologies, 1 more to go.
Yes, 4th team foul there. First foul for Lacey James. Will Neighbour.
Give me 4.
Oh. Big rebound by Tony Hicks. Away come the Scorchers. Here's Cameron Hildreth. Drives, has it stripped by Ricky McGill. Bodies flying all over the place right now. Ricky McGill stops for 2, doesn't go. Lacey James with the rebound. Cam Hildreth just ran the lane and Teo opted not to because Lacey James is open for 3 and knocks that down.
Yeah, that's his second free of the game, right? Lacey James, or was his first?
I'll have to check that, but that's put the Scorchers up by 4.
He's certainly feeling it, though. I know, it was a long 2, wasn't it, before?
Yeah. Ricky McGill. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Raiders struggling to get any kind of offense going in this outing. Ubioro's going to have to put that shot up. Does. It's way off. Ryan Richards has the rebound. Scorchers.
Yeah, Scorchers doing a great job on defense right here in containing Raiders. You know, Will Neighbour 3 from 4 from 3-point line is what's really kept him in the game, but Scorchers are just pushing on ahead now.
Tony Hicks with the 3 and he looks to the Raiders bench. 7-point lead now as Ricky McGill drives, doesn't get it to go. Foul called on Teo Ogadembe.
You know, this is one of those things though, is don't get too high, don't get too low right now.
Yeah.
You know, Raiders bench get lively. Surrey Scorchers again lively at Raiders bench. It's the first quarter, guys. A lot of basketball still to be played.
There's a lot more quarters left. In this,
3 precisely.
In this one. Well, plus
second leg.
7 quarters left. I won't refer to it that.
Oh, that just like got my brain going. 7 quarters, that don't work.
76% free throw shooter Ricky McGill's waiting for the what do you call him again? I've forgotten.
The moisture technician.
Moisture technician.
There you go.
I was going to say aqua technician then.
Aqua technician.
Technically not wrong, I suppose.
Maybe call him Aquaman. Moisture man. No, that don't work hard. Well, let's not these free throw sounds, Ricky. There we go.
Oh, good stuff. Ricky McGill knocks down.
I'll see myself out. Or get thrown out, one of the two.
11.1 points per game this season for Ricky McGill in the league. This is the league stats, obviously. Trophy stats will be different.
Into the game, Ryan Beastie, one person who's certainly been missing the barbers in this lockdown period.
Yeah. Got kind of a little sort of side bun, kind of a Napoleon Dynamite's girlfriend, but nowhere near as long. But
where you go with that one?
Cam Hildreth to Tony Hicks. Hicks had some success from 3-point early on in this game, as has Ryan Richards. He's off on that occasion. Big rebound, Ryan Beastie. He's surrounded by Surrey Scorchers players, but does well. And here's Ubiaro. There's 3 on 2. Oh, Principe goes for the 2-hand slam. And the foul by Tony Hicks is called.
Yeah, you're in that situation. If you're not on any fouls, you need to foul him. But Tony Hicks was on one already.
On 2 now.
Yes, you would rather Prince eBay go to the line than put down a monster dunk on you for sure. But putting yourself in 2 fouls in the first quarter, again, that could really, really affect him further down the line.
Well, Connor Kershaw is now out there for the Scorchers, who is no stranger to the BBL and has had good seasons.
Yeah, I think Kershaw came into Scorchers, looking to be the lead, the lead guard, and he got injured.
Yeah,
I believe, and they built around him. Still a really good impact player.
Tail off for the 3. Ball is scrambled. Ryan Beastie manages to get it. Bounce pass there appeared to come off McLemore's feet, but it's going to be an end line ball for the Scorchers.
Interesting that. Yeah, there's like the bounce pass came off the foot.
Yeah.
But it's whether the ref deems to say the foot was connecting with the ball or the ball was connecting the foot. It's a whole different story to get into.
Foot connected to the leg. Yeah. Connor Kershaw. Yeah. Offensive foul called.
Got to keep those screens set tight. The minute you step out, it's going to be a foul.
Well, here come the Raiders. 1:25 left in this first. They trail by 4. Ricky McGill steps inside the 3-point line, knocks down a beautiful 2. Closes that gap to 2. Here come the Scorchers. Kershaw drives in on Denzel Ubioro, stops, takes the 2, is off, but the foul is a late call, but there was plenty of contact there. That'll be the 5th team foul, but it'll be going to the line anyway. Just over a minute left in this first quarter.
That'll be 2 fouls as well on Denzel Ubioro.
2 quick fouls as well. It's not been on the floor long.
Yeah, but Raiders, like we've said in the past, they got a little bit more depth than some teams, and if you get guys in fouls, there's plenty of rotations to be made.
So the lead is back to 4. 1 minute to go in this first quarter. The trophy semi-final. London Lions, of course, waiting in the final for the overall winner of these first leg and second leg. Great play by Ricky McGill. It's a 2-point lead for the Scorchers. Cameron Hildreth, nice little crossover behind the back, drives left hand, doesn't go, but what a move to the basket. And again, basket interference called for the contact with the backboard. So that will stretch the lead back to 4, 38 seconds left.
I understand the basket interference when the ball is going in, but when it's clearly not, that's the one that gets me.
I don't know who's right, I'm keeping out of it. Dusha, cross-court pass to Beastie's foot just on the line as he lands. That'll be Scorchers with the last 24 seconds of this first quarter and a chance to extend the lead, which at the moment is 4. Dusha, full court defense on Kershaw. Time ticking away in this first quarter. Both teams really going at each other for this first 10 minutes. A real semi-final atmosphere, minus the fans, of course, which, big screen by Rickman. Kershaw tries to get it back down to Rickman and Dusha.
LVC Dusha seeing stars right now.
LVC Dusha getting his own back.
LVC just looked at him and just said, hey man, I stayed upright, you didn't.
No foul called, and the two are exchanging words. End line ball for the Raiders. 0.6 seconds to go. Travel was the call. Plenty of contact throughout that from both teams. Huge effort by Denzel. It's still going. It's on the A38 on its
game-defining run right now.
No, that's right. Well, both teams fairly hot from 3. I say fairly. 60% Raiders 3 from 5. Surrey Scorchers 5 from 9, 55% from the 3-point mark, and that's obviously testament to why the score is relatively high for this first quarter. And early steal for the Raiders as Porter Bunton drives baseline, kicks all the way out, ends up with Ryan Beastie, who knocks down the 3.
Again, another player you cannot leave open. Tailed, looked at Ryan wide open and kind of in confusion, was like, who's guarding this guy?
Well,
and he made him pay.
Probably the best offense the Raiders have run. They've struggled a little bit for being a little bit too static maybe at times in that first quarter. Huge drive by Cameron Hildreth. A charge is the call.
Yeah, great set from Ryan Beastie. Stood his ground, take the charge, good defensive effort.
Shout out to Daniel Hildreth, of course, Cameron Hildreth's father. I was hoping he'd be here tonight so I could shake his hand and say thanks for the memories, because good ambassador for the Bears back in the day.
Can't shake his hand, mate.
No, fist bump there.
Do a F5 or something.
Ubiaro is blocked by Rickman. Foul is the call on Martel McLemore. Tell you what, Denby goes to the bench for the first time. Lacey James back out. There's a decent amount of depth to that Surrey Scorchers team, isn't there?
Oh, there's no question about it. They're an extremely talented team. You know, like I said before, I've seen stuff on social media saying, "Oh, can we get another upset?" and all this sort of stuff. They're a good team. Yeah. You know, there's
Ryan Beastie 2 for 2 from 3 points. Ties the game, 27 apiece. Cameron Hildreth has to adjust mid-air. Good awareness to tip that ball back. Corner 3 from McLemore with Porter Bunton in his face. Porter Bunton's away at the races. Gets it over in this corner. A genuine track star.
Hey!
Two-hand jam around McLemore. Just saying, genuine track star Chris Porter Bunton. State champion.
But you don't see Chris get up like that very often, you know.
He's feeling it tonight. He does a lot of stuff that doesn't show up in the stats column. But that particular play will. He's on the ball now. Down low to Prince Ibeh. Prince Ibeh, nice turnaround hook. Strong play. Him and Rickman, two big guys going at it together down there. That's a tough battle. Deep three from Cameron Hildreth is off. Big rebound by Prince Ibeh. Here comes Chris Porter Bunton. Porter Bunton drives, goes up with the left hand, gets that to fall, and last 2 field goals, strong finishes from Porter Bunton. Tracks back, tries to get the block, causes the adjustment there from Connor Kashaw. Cameron Hildreth drives, hands off, lovely pass, corner 3 from McLemore, doesn't go, rebound Prince Ibeh. Ubiaro's away at the races now, takes off the glass, and he'll go to the line. Raiders lead by 1.
That's the run Raiders needed right there, just to get some rhythm and put Surrey on the back foot. You know, defensively, I think they've done a fantastic job just in the last couple of minutes. You know, they made Cameron's life really tough, you know, but it was good to see Cam with those passes and move the ball. You know, they defended as a team and they pushed the ball in transition. And when they push the ball, good things happen with this Raiders team.
Well, they're able to turn defensive turnovers into fast break attacks, and it's been the story of the last couple of minutes, at least. Ryan Richards backing down, foul called against Prince Ibeh. Prince Ibeh, who, as you'll hear in the latest podcast, Plymouth Raiders podcast, it's a little bit like Jason Bourne when Jason Bourne opens up his vault and has about 15 different passports. I
was trying to wonder where you're going with that then, really. I was like, is that Jason Bourne, really?
Yeah. Ryan Richards kicks out. Tony Hicks finds McLemore, drives, little up and under, doesn't go. It ends up in the hands of Ricky McGill.
Really impressed with the defensive rotation there. Really, really impressed. They were ensuring they recovered and they went back to the help line.
Prince Bay wanted that thrown up towards the basket.
Yeah, he's looking at Ricky saying, you see how big I am? Just throw that thing up there, man. I'll sort that out.
The Raiders with a 3-point lead. Surrey Scorchers in possession. 6:30 left in the first half. Things are heating up here at Pavilions, the trophy semi-finals. And as we've already said, London Lions awaiting the winners of tonight's game, and then of course Sunday for the second leg from Surrey Sports Park. Ricky McGill in possession for the Raiders. Caught in possession. Good defence by Tony Hicks. He's played tough on Ricky McGill tonight. Porter Bunton finds Denzel Ubiara, who drives, goes for the dunk, doesn't get it. Foul called on Ryan Richards. Ryan Richards not happy with the call.
I was half expecting a Denzel Ubiara highlight reel right there.
First foul for Ryan Richards. Ryan Beastie goes to the bench, as does Prince Ibeh. So Will Neighbour and Big Mike back out on the floor for the Raiders. Denzel Ubiara off on his first attempt. 60% free throw shooter. Knocks down his second. He's had an impressive season this season. Improves every single season.
Yeah, he does. He strives to improve as well. He's a really hard worker. We've said it time and time again. First guy in the gym, last guy out.
He's averaging 8.5 points per game, but his minutes have gone up. He's on nearly 20 minutes a game. Here's McLemore. Pops a long two, doesn't go. Rebound, Will Neighbour.
Yeah, good rebound from Will. A lot of pressure behind him then, but pulled that one out.
CPP goes to the basket, doesn't get it. Last touch, Raiders.
Yeah, the way that the players are talking and the intensity of them right now, you would think this is the final.
Yeah. 4-point lead to the Plymouth Raiders, 5:30 left. Ryan Richards for a three, gets that to go. It's his second three, and again looks to the Raiders bench and smiles as he closes the gap to 1 point. 1 point lead for the Raiders. Ricky McGill.
Yeah, he's got to be careful though, because he's been already told by the referees to not provoke the bench, but it ain't going to stop him. No. You know it ain't going to stop him.
Ricky McGill with a nice play. It's similar to one he made before. Loves that baseline. It's a tough finish by Connor Kashaw. Both teams trading baskets right now. It's a hell of a game. Ricky McGill goes for three. Doesn't drop. Rebound Ryan Richards. Lacey James goes in on Will Neighbour. Tony Hicks in possession. Here's Lacey James out on the three-point line. Off. Good work from Tony Hicks. Tips the ball to the fast approaching Connor Kashaw, who finishes, and it's a 1 point lead for the Scorchers. Elliott Sentence for the Raiders dribbles it off his own leg, and it's gone out of bounds. Mike Russell will return. Chris Porter Bunton, quite a productive quarter for him.
Yeah, very much so. Chris is a great kind of run scorer. You know, just can go in and just really go on runs of putting in effort and quick points and quick rebounds.
Nice play, Lacey James. Paul James encouraging the troops. There's Ocharovia and Sentence connect. Too easy down the corner. That one, there seems to be plenty of Surrey jerseys back there, but easy finish for Big Mike.
So, I mean, you need to stop Raiders in transition. You need to stop them getting down the floor easy.
Ryan Richards, he's picked off by Mike Marcel. He wants a foul called. He didn't get one. Nice connect again. Elliott Sentence and Big Mike. The Raiders lead by 1. Connor Kashaw. McLemore. Here's Tony Hicks again. Tony Hicks drives high off the glass. Beautiful finish. He wants a foul called. Lead to the Scorchers. Here's Ricky McGill. Down to Will Neighbour, backing down Tony Hicks. Bit of a mismatch. Ricky McGill open for three, knocks that down.
Big time from Ricky McGill.
Can't give him that much room. I watched him in warm-ups hit 6, 7 in a row. Ricky McGill and Connor Shaw having a little altercation. Definitely chatting to each other as play unfolds here. Lacey James with a nice little move, couldn't get it around Will Neighbour. Will Neighbour drops the rebound. And over the back foul, I think, there by McLemore. A bit too.
Yeah, got a little bit excited there. Just came in and wanted to swat the ball away, but swat the back of the player at the same time. Yeah, this game is. You would think this is fourth quarter stuff. You would think this is final stuff. I think just calm a little bit more composure here, because both teams are really going at it.
Well, both teams want silverware, don't they?
Oh, 100%. And it's just remembering there's another leg to go. There's another leg to go.
Yeah.
And that's going to get very tasty if the game stays like this all the way through.
I guess as well the impetus of this is, as we said at the beginning, is to keep things close, if anything. Ricky McGill driving, Elliott Sentence. Corner three is off and away come the Scorchers. Teo's open, can't bring in the pass from Connor Shaw. Wasted up.
No easy ask.
Seems that way right now, as Will Neighbour will inbound to Ricky McGill, and Topless with pressure. Long pass to Mike Marcel to get over the timeline. The Raiders get into the offensive set. A little bit of confusion as to which way some of them are going. Will Neighbour being out-muscled there by Teo Ogadembe. Shot clock ticks down. Ricky McGill for three, doesn't go. Teo with the rebound. The 13-year veteran. This is his 13th year. That counts, doesn't it? You'd say he's 13 years, 12 years, and this is the year 13.
Yeah, we'll give him that. think he's earned it.
And here he is right now. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Not afraid of shooting a three ball, but he's driven inside on this occasion. Plenty of contact, no foul called. Jump ball called.
Love
gets
that
his hands in Elliott Sentence, it'll be Raiders ball.
Love that from Big Mike and Elliott. You know how they worked around that screen from Ryan Richards, came down, double Teo. Chris Porter, Mike Morcell came across, covered the kick out to Ryan Richards. Great work from Plymouth Raiders defense.
There's a 2-point lead for the Raiders. 1:20 left in the first half. Mike Marcel drives in on Kashaw, finds himself space, moved his pivot foot. So
here's a question,
is the call.
If you know the answer, or someone in the social media world maybe I should. If it's a tie game at the end of the fourth, does it go into overtime because it's one leg?
I believe not. I believe in the record books somewhere there was a tied, and I can't remember who it was. I wish I could.
So
I saw it recently. There was a team that I believe they may even have won the competition. There was a tie on their record, and it's from an aggregate game. Rebound Ocharobia. Elliott Sentence in possession. The Raiders lost the handle, regained it. Will Neighbour for three, doesn't go. Ocharobia with the big offensive rebound.
Big Mike, just doing what he does, grabbing boards, being physical.
Just over 30 seconds left in the first half. Raiders with a 4-point lead. It's never been more than 8 points tonight. Either way, I think Scorchers had the 8-point lead earlier on. Offensive rebound, Lacey James. He's the only white jersey in there. Great work from him, and he'll go to the line with 18.7 seconds left. Orange giant button.
I won't say the brand because the other chocolate buttons are available.
Are they allowed to call them buttons? They must be. It's not a brand name.
I don't know, really.
Lacey James. 8.9 points per game for Lacey James this season in the league. Knocks down the second.
Been impressed with how he plays though, Lacey James.
Yeah.
I like his mid-range shot. He can shoot the free ball. Tough competitor, good on defense.
7 seconds. Ricky McGill hands off to Big Mike, who goes to the basket. No good. 3 seconds to go. Connor Kashaw puts up a prayer. No good. And time will expire on a fairly high centre. Mike Parks Jr.
Nice selection.
Yeah.
I need to give that final shout out because Coach John Sears is just tuned in from Florida. I thought he missed the first half. He was running errands. He was running errands, but he's tuned in now in sunny Florida, ready to listen to the rest of the game.
Sunny Florida. It's raining here. Ryan Richards for the Scorchers as we are back underway. Little through the legs movement. Turn around, jump shot doesn't go. Porter Bunton with the rebound. The pace doesn't seem to have slowed tremendously. It's early days, of course. Here's Porter Bunton backing down. Tony Hicks just takes it to the basket, doesn't get it to drop. Technical foul as Chris Porter Bunton wanted a foul called. Gets the tech called. Couldn't leave it alone. He couldn't let it lie.
Yeah, he's got to get out of that habit. He's got to get out of that habit. You know, it's not like it happens once. You know, I really rate Chris as a player, as a defensive player, as an offensive player. Just needs to get out of that habit and just keep playing.
Tony Hicks knocks down the technical foul shot, and the possession will be back with the Scorchers, of course, who trail by 1 in what has been a very tight affair so far tonight. Ryan Richards to Evan Walsh, is picked away by Ocherobia. 2-on-1 for the Raiders. Lacey James tracks back, goes for the block, doesn't get it. And Mike Russell strong to the basket, puts the lead back to 3. Tony Hicks in possession. Drives high off the glass, doesn't go. Ryan Richards, open rebound, couldn't gather it in. Here come the Raiders. Chris Porter Bunton puts up the threes, off rebound. That time Ryan Richards brings it in. Evan Walsh drives into the paint. Ryan Richards gets his man in the air. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul, I think it's against Mike Marcel. One referee saying he's trying to pass it. One referee's given him 2 shots.
Now he's sure this is the issue now, though, right? So if you're gonna speak to a guy about giving him a technical, about complaining, you got to go with both and with everyone who does it, right? So if any Raiders players complain, you got to give that. If any Surrey players complain, you got to give that, right?
It is. It's tough. It's obviously 2 different referees in those. Oh, actually, it's not. It's the same referee under the basket. Evan Walsh drives, hits a brick wall in Mike Ocherobia.
Yeah, that's a travel
violation.
Yeah, it's not fun bouncing off Big Mike, that's for sure.
And here come the Raiders.
I don't think it would be. It's going to hurt you, right? He's a brick wall, that guy. Don't look at me like that.
It's Ricky McGill. 3-point lead for the Raiders. Surrey Scorchers will not go away, though. Will Neighbour with a long 3. Evan Walsh gathers it up and drives to the basket, loses the handle. Ricky McGill poked that away. The last touch deemed to have been from Surrey Scorchers, and Evan Walsh can't believe it. I mean, it's tough to see from here, but it looked like Ricky McGill poked that away from him.
It looked like it. Your Will Neighbour stood there, but yeah, you could feel a little bit hard done by there.
Here is Ricky McGill. Drives, kicks out. Will Neighbour, corner 3 is in and out. Rebound, Ryan Richards.
Yeah, Will not quite off to the hot start that he was at the beginning of the game when he went 3 from 3, but he'll keep shooting those. You know, they're good shots for him to take.
Still too good of a player to leave open, even if he's on a cold streak. There's Teo Ogadimbi. Tough shot from him, didn't get it. Wanted a foul call.
Teo seemed like he made it hard for himself there. He had Ricky McGill on back to the post, and that's where you just got to go to work. But he brought it round to his right and dropped it to Will Neighbour.
Nice pass inside by Mike Marcel, but big Mike Ocherobia couldn't get it to drop. Teo looked at the cross-court pass as Evan Walsh was in the corner. Spin move by Ryan Richards, knocked away by Ocherobia. He Scorchers ball. No one's going to take it. Evan Walsh finally goes over. Bounds to Tony Hicks. Hicks for 3. Knocks that down with ease.
Yeah, Certainly something he's capable of, and this is only going to fuel the fire with him and Ricky. I can see him talking right now.
Well, Tony Hicks, 2017-18 season, averaged 19.4 points per game. He's a little way off that this season, but obviously capable of big games.
Oh yeah, he's no stranger to scoring the ball.
Dens with a strong drive, couldn't get it to go. Fights for the rebound, but it's a foul called, and Evan Walsh.
That'll be Dens' third, another early one.
Assistant coach Danny McGee telling him it's your third, be careful. It's a tied ball game right now, 6:36 left in the third.
Surrey looking like they're ready to set up a horns play going on now. There you go. Yeah, see, I did used to coach, you know.
Oh, yeah. Evan Walsh. Tony Hicks open again in the same spot, 2 for 2.
Yeah, same spot. He's enjoying that.
The last 2 field goals, good for Tony Hicks.
Not a play you want to let keep going.
Ricky McGill easily gets to the basket. Evan Walsh now charging the other way, tipped away. Good hands from Mike Ocherobia. Gets it into Ricky McGill. 6 minutes to go. Ricky McGill pulls up, knocks down another, and continues to talk. Anyone who listens by the looks of it.
Yeah, this matchup's going to be some fun right now. Ricky and Hicks going at it.
It's Tony Hicks. Ricky McGill tries to knock that away. Hicks strong to the basket, doesn't get it to go. Gets the rebound. Tayo from the corner. Good defense by Mike Marcel, takes it away. Will Neighbour has it. It's knocked away, and its foul is called as Tayo tried to knock the ball away from Will Neighbour. It'll be Raiders' ball.
You know, Raiders fans are used to nerve-wracking games. I think this is going to be one of them.
Well, it's both teams just. No one can, like you said, no one's not gone on a run, not really. And neither side able to take it away, and we're seeing some nice play, nice mid-range plays. Both teams mixing it up a bit. Ryan Richards drives, baseline, fakes. No good with the shot. Big Mike takes a contact to the face again.
Yeah, I think so. He's got a real knock to the nose there. Mike's struggling to get down the court.
Will Neighbour. Third time lucky this quarter, I think, for Will Neighbour.
You know, I was chatting to Ryan leading up to this game, and he was so determined to come here and really do a number on Plymouth. You know, he knows the guys really well, and he has some good banter with them, but on this court, he wants to win the basketball game.
Knocked away by Will Neighbour, and Cameron Hildreth, who we thought would, I mean, there's time for him still to make an impact. He's only played about 8 minutes 15, and found it tough tonight. It's Mike Marcel with the fadeaway. Opens up an 8-point lead now, Raiders. It's a nice pivot move by Cam, loses the handle but gets it to Tayo, puts down the 3 and closes that gap again. 5-point lead now for the Raiders, and scorches.
Nice shot by Tayo. He's not having, numbers based. He's not having the season that he normally has. But you know if Tayo's open on the free line or he goes to the hoop, he's dangerous. You have to guard that.
Big move by Prince Bay, and it's 2 big guys going at it again. Ryan Richards not giving up any ground. Offensive foul called as Tony Hicks extended an arm to Ricky McGill as he
love seeing Prince giving it
to each other still.
Yeah, love seeing Prince though giving it back to Ryan, because Ryan came down in the first half, scored on Prince, slapped him on the backside and said, "Hey, good job, young fella." And then Prince just done one on Ryan Richards and just tells everyone he's too small to guard
him to be too small. Yeah.
That's what I like to see right now.
Just looking at the 3-pointer, Surrey scorches a nice move from Mike Marcel to the basket, and both teams shooting the 3-ball particularly well. Surrey scorches 10 from 20, they're 50% tonight. Raiders 43%, 7 from 16, so both teams firing in this semi-final, trying to make it one step closer to meeting London Lions in the final. Cashel hands off Ryan Richards, no seconds on the shot clock, and that's a good defensive play from the Raiders. Surrey Scorchers, who so far have had an answer for everything the Raiders have thrown up. struggling on that occasion, and Tony Hicks and Ricky McGill still talking.
Let's not talk to the bench about celebrating. Both teams are having some fun.
Yeah.
Surrey Scorchers are having fun. Plymouth Raiders are having fun. The guys are jumping up and they're celebrating success, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're celebrating small wins in a game that has no fans. The atmosphere is not there. You can't give guys technical for clapping their hands, right?
They're still clapping. I guess to a degree he's being consistent, because obviously he had words with Ryan Richards about instigating the bench. It's got to go both ways. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass. Ipe with a two-handed jam, and the bench is up. Plymouth Raiders bench is up. Scorchers need to score on this possession. Ryan Richards to Cameron Hildreth. Lacey James with the drive up. Ipe with the block, but it's a foul. And it'll be 2 shots that they're asking for basket interference. But how does that work? Because obviously it's a clean block.
In my opinion, the ball is...
Oh, they've given the 2.
See, I know this is in Raiders' favour right now, but this is the same as what happened before with Surrey. If the ball's on its way in, it's coming down, and you hit it out the way, basket good, right? Goaltending, yeah?
Yeah.
But
if it's a clean block,
if it's
continuation,
if it's the ball on its way out of the hoop, there's no wind in here. It's not going to blow it back in.
No. But I mean, in the instance of it being a foul and an and one.
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mike Vassell straight to the basket. Raiders all over the floor right now. Ricky McGill trying to knock it away from Tony Hicks, and substitution call. Tony Hicks going to the bench. Teo Ogadembe will return to the floor. Raiders 10 points up now. Cameron Hildreth to Ryan Richards. Back to... Oh, no, he didn't. He took the 3. I thought he'd handed that off and knocked it down. A much-needed 3. Scorchers keeping things in check.
Yeah, I've got to love how Ryan Richards is playing today. You've got to credit where credit's due. He's having a game.
Ricky McGill lost control of that one. It'll be Surrey Scorchers ball. Good tight defense from the Scorchers. They obviously both teams playing a high level of defense, even though it's a high scoring game. It's not like it's easy to score. Ryan Richards. Here's Teo. Back to Ryan Richards. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 2 big guys going at it, and blocked by Prince Ibe. Ibe lets Ryan Richards know. 3 ball up, no good. Ryan Beastie with the rebound. Finds Will Neighbour, and Ryan Richards on the back of a block, and Ricky McGill takes it in on Cameron Hildreth. Raiders certainly playing with the intensity right now. Scorchers need to match it. Cashaw. Lacey James, here's Cameron Hildreth drives, has it poked away by Ricky McGill. McGill for the jam. It's an 11-point Raiders lead. Creon Raftopoulos anxiously on the other side, telling the Scorchers just to slow things down. Both these big guys bashing, going at it. Foul is called.
Curious to watch that, to be honest with you. Really curious to watch that, because there was definitely a foul on Prince certainly fouled Ryan Richards right there.
Yeah.
But it's the elbow afterwards which is concerning me right there. Just got it here. I'm going to watch it back.
Yeah.
Just watching Ricky McGill's dunk first.
Well, both guys, big guys, and obviously competitive players, and
which is fine, that
kind of thing.
I want to see the physical fouls and things like that. So I'm watching it now. So it's foul from Prince. No, do you know what? It's 2 elbows from Ryan Richards. First elbow to find position, fine with that. And then it's the second one which had intent on it. There's no doubt about it.
Well, some of the referees will need to watch Ryan Richards at the line. 72%.
And I love how Ryan's been playing today. He's played physical, and I love seeing a physical battle between 2 bigs.
Yeah.
But when I see elbows with intent, that's what concerns me.
Paul James has sent Principe to the bench, probably just to nullify things a little bit, diffuse the situation. Ryan Richards is talking to Paul James now. Just over a minute left in the third. CPB loses the handle. And Ryan Richards continues to talk to the Raiders bench, despite multiple warnings. Here's McLemore. With Will Neighbour. Ryan Richards. Turnaround jump shot. Ryan Richards, beautiful play. He's feeling it.
Yeah, he certainly is.
Enjoyed that. No Principe there to block him.
He's running on momentum, no doubt about it.
35 seconds left. 7-point lead for the Raiders. It was at one point a 10-point lead, and the gap's been closed. Ricky McGill gets Ryan Richards on skates. Oh, tough play. McGill goes in hard and makes contact with Connor Cashaw, and Raiders over the limit, so that will send Scorchers to the line. Technical foul called against Ryan Richards. Ricky McGill will go to the line and shoot, obviously, before the Scorchers take their shots. Connor Cashaw, I think, is going to the line. So Ricky McGill knocks down the bonus shot at this end. So we'll go back now to the Scorchers. 2 shots for Cashaw. %, free throw shooter.
He doesn't disappoint on that one.
Averaging 10.5 points a game this season. In the league competition, of course. Noise coming from somewhere in the arena. And that'll be Raiders in possession for the last 20 seconds of the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Plymouth Raiders. Mike Marcel, 10 seconds on the clock. 7, 5 seconds, cross court, Ryan Beastie open for 3, misses everything, 1 second to go, and that will put the third quarter in the books, and we head to the fourth in what's been a tight game. Raiders opened up a bit of a margin. Obia is a standalone stat line there, and the Raiders will inbound for the last quarter of this first leg BBL Trophy semi-final. London Lions, as we've already said, waiting for the winner of these games. Foul called. London Lions, as we said, waiting for the winner of these two teams from this game and, of course, Sunday's game. So,
really interesting call right there. Yeah. Straight into possession, first call, boom. Okay, I'm going to be really intrigued now how this game runs. Well,
they've let them play so far.
Yeah, they really have.
In this one.
And I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed how the referees have let this game get physical.
2-on-1. I don't think Teo realised it was a 2-on-1. Lacey James went in. It was poked away.
There we go. 2 offensive, 2 calls straight away.
Yeah.
Could be a tough, long fourth quarter.
Well, that's enough to send Lacey James to the line. So 2 early fouls, one for each team, and like you say, if this is the pace for this fourth quarter, we could be here for a while.
I'm okay with that. I've still got some chocolate buttons left. If I go quiet for a while, you know why.
Lacey Chase knocks down the second one, and the lead is with the Raiders, and it's 4 points.
Nice little zone press there from Surrey, but you know, Raiders are very good at moving the ball.
Here's Principe backing down Lacey James. 5 seconds on the shot clock. The Bay pivots, gets up the hook, doesn't go. And it came off. A judge to have come off Plymouth Raiders. It's hard to tell, isn't it, in that situation?
Yeah,
Here come the scores.
Prince with all sorts of pivots right there, but he couldn't get any breathing room from the defense of Lacey James.
Nice pass by Cashaw, and it's an easy finish by Tony Hicks.
Good cut, good pass, straight back into that zone press right now. Just trying to slow the momentum down of Plymouth Raiders. Oh,
drive and block, no foul.
That was a blow-by right there on the three-point line, and yeah, Surrey
soaring high.
Yeah, Surrey forced a foul really on that one to make sure they get no easy baskets.
Mike Marcel will head to the free throw line. It's too tough to call this one, isn't it? Neither team, and the Raiders had the longest run and took it to a 10-point lead. Scorchers have brought it back now to within 4 points, and the Raiders now trying to extend. But
before this free throw, 6 points in a row. Coming straight back into it after a really positive quarter from Raiders. And I can see what Surrey are doing. They're trying to slow down that transition momentum from Raiders. Yeah. Every time they score, they're setting up a zone press. They're making it difficult for Raiders to bring the ball out, taking seconds off the shot clock.
Yeah. Cashaw, McLemore, strong player McLemore in the baseline, turns around, hits the side of the backboard, that'll go out of bounds. Had to force that shot up there. Raiders will get a chance to potentially extend what is at the moment a 4-point lead, but Surrey Scorchers will definitely have something to say about that. 8:33 left in the fourth. Pass inside to Ibe. Ibe sends bodies flying.
He's certainly not a charge because, he was in the charge circle.
Right under the basket. And it is an offensive foul called.
Oh, okay.
It's right under the basket inside the charge zone, and a charge was called. It's 4 fouls for Prince Ibe.
Just want to go on this replay again because I believe it was a good stance. And I believe, Prince was making a cut, or he was rolling off the pick. Rolls off the pick, jumps to catch it, lands. And they both land at the same time. No cool situation, charge. It wasn't a blocking foul, that's for sure. But, one of those ones that maybe the refs like to call a no call.
Lacey James under pressure under the basket. Plenty of green jerseys there. Long two from McLemore doesn't go. And here come the Plymouth Raiders. 8 minutes to go. Slender 4-point lead for the Raiders. Ricky McGill currently leading all scorers. Drives, puts up a tough shot, tries to get his own rebound off of Lacey James and does, but can't get the putback. And here comes Tony Hicks. He stops and pops the three, knocks it down.
Bread and butter for Tony Hicks, that is, isn't it?
I was foot on the line, long two.
But Raiders have just got to organise themselves a little bit, not force the issue right now.
Neighbour down low to Ricky McGill. Ricky McGill turns, puts that up. Nice finish. Once a foul call, doesn't get it. Only a contact, but it's a good finish. Nice drive by Connor Cashaw, and he'll go to the line for 2. A foul against Mike Marcel.
Yeah,
Prince Ibe's got to be careful in there right now.
Mike was leaning across on that one.
Yeah.
Certainly contact on there. So, now no Prince. Will Neighbour will probably slot into that 5 role. Ryan Beastie on the 4. Raiders going quite small ball right now. And they've got the players to do that.
Deathly silence fills the pavilions as Cashaw's second shot goes down, and Raiders forcing that ball up there. Double team now, and it's Mike Marcel and McLemore who exchanging words there, and Teo Gadembi gets in between them. They're still following each other around the gym, and Martel McLemore
Yeah, neither of those players will back away from an argument, that's for sure.
No. Martel McLemore's BBL career average is 17 points per game. CPB drives with the left hand, foul called.
Yeah, McLemore played NBL last year. He's come into the BBL. Doesn't look out of place one bit. You know, an experienced player.
So Raiders, Chris Porter-Bunton will go to the line.
Yeah, and you can see how physical the game is. You're looking at the foul count right now for both teams. Both playing physical, and yeah, this is going to be a fun end to this quarter.
Well, there's nothing in it. It's 4-point lead for the Raiders, but tipped away by Ricky McGill, who's away to the races and knocks that one down. Surrey Scorchers 6 points adrift. Tight defense, foul called against Ricky McGill for reaching in on Lacey James.
Just tried both of them, Mike and Ricky, just closing in on the top, knowing Hicks is capable of scoring right now and is feeling good. And just swinging in there for the ball. Puts him on 2 fouls, 14 fouls for both teams.
Cashel, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. It's with Tony Hicks. Big screen by Lacey James and a foul is called. As Mike Marcel tried to squeeze his way around the screen. Plymouth Raiders ball, and Lacey James argued the point with the referee that he had a good stance, and it's tough to see sometimes where the calls come from, and Mike Marcel drives baseline, puts up the floater and scores.
Yeah, now's a really nice take. Lovely floater from him as well.
Here come the Scorchers again. 8-point lead for the Raiders. Connor Cashel. Tony Hicks runs across the baseline, is calling for the ball as he goes. Lacey James trapped somewhat in there, surrounded by green jerseys. Tough place to be right there. I think the idea was that he got it and kicked it out to the corner. Tony Hicks was in a bit of space and just couldn't find the room at all. Mike Marcel with a little turnaround doesn't go. Teo Gadembi couldn't bring it in. A real neighbour. It's picked off by Tony Hicks. Hicks drives strong. Foul by Ricky McGill.
Yeah, Ricky ensuring that it was nothing easy on that play. Putting his body right on him. You know, he claims to jump up with his hands up, and he did. Yeah. But he levitated forward quite a lot. But, you know, going to go for the free throw line for 2. Puts him on 3 fouls. Both teams on 5 fouls anyway.
Yeah.
So just ensure you don't get that and one on that play.
Still talking with the referee over here about how he had his arms up. Good positioning. It's always interesting when players make the point, knowing that the footage is there for everyone to see.
The best one is when they swing in, and they put their arm back up in the air, yeah. And they hey, look at my arms. They're here now, so that means they were there before.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite work like that.
Substitution, Evan Walsh returns to the floor for the Scorchers. Connor Cashel goes to the bench. 5:23 left in this one. 6-point lead for the Plymouth Raiders. Scorchers with that high pressure defense, trying to force a turnover, almost did. Chris Porter-Bunton to the corner. Will Neighbour is off. Ryan Beastie with good effort, tipping that back out again.
And those effort plays are what's important in these semi-finals, to get another possession on this if they can make it count.
CPB drives in strong, misses. Teo brings down the rebound. Here's Tony Hicks. McLemore's got a bit of space. Nice move by Martel McLemore.
Nice little up and under there from McLemore.
Cuts that lead to 4 points. Surrey Scorchers keeping things close. Second leg, of course, at Surrey Sports Park on Sunday. Trophy semi-final. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ricky McGill in possession, 4 seconds on the shot clock, takes a three, hits a deep three with Tony Hicks in his face.
Let's see what Tony Hicks has got for him on return.
Mateo's driving, kicks to Ryan Richards, and it's almost tipped away. And Tony Hicks knocks down a three and talks
gives
back
him one back, right?
to Ricky McGill, still talking to him. Just over 4 minutes to go, a 4-point lead.
I guess the big difference is one was with a defender in the face and one was with one who missed out on the fake.
Ryan Richards playing high on Ricky McGill. Ricky McGill goes past him, drives left-handed with the finish. Lovely move from Ricky McGill.
A good effort from Ryan Richards. You know, that big and to be that mobile, but Ricky McGill has a very quick step.
He tried, didn't he? He tried. Ryan Richards backing down. Ryan Beastie gets himself into position, gives up the shot, and it's another three from Tony Hicks, who looks to the Raiders bench and shakes his head. 3-point lead for the Raiders, 3:19 left. Ricky McGill drives. Big foul by Ryan Richards.
Yeah, he knew what he's doing on that one, didn't he?
And that will send Ricky McGill
He's like,
to the line.
You got me once, you ain't getting me twice. If you're a Mutual fan right now, you're going to be loving this game, I tell you that now.
It's a very, very competitive game. Ricky McGill leading all scorers at the moment with 27 points.
And if this wasn't a two-leg game, I think Surrey and Plymouth fans right now, hearts would be going crazy.
So there's plenty of players in double figures tonight for both teams. Tony Hicks with 27 points as well. Lacey James with 14 points. Ryan Richards with 15. And Connor Cashaw also in double figures with 12. Ricky McGill now has 29 points. Will Neighbour with 12. Mike Purcell with 16. So it's been a high scoring affair. 90 points to 85 in favour of the Raiders. Ryan Richards gives it up. Here's Denzel Ubiaro, who's not featured too much tonight. Drives in, he's off. Rebound Tony Hicks. Surrey Scorchers racing down the floor. Hicks, nice pass. Ryan Richards with plenty of room, lovely move. And closes the gap to just 3 points. 2:44 left in the fourth. Ricky McGill. Will Neighbour. Tight pressure on Will Neighbour. Ricky McGill drives, gets the two. It's a defensive foul as Evan Walsh takes the charge. Surrey Scorchers.
Good defensive stance by Evan Walsh. Way to put your body on the line.
Surrey Scorchers with a chance now with a three, can tie it up. Princey Bay returns to the floor, of course, with his 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. With the moisture technician, slows things down, takes a bit of atmosphere out of the arena.
Just watching back that defensive play by Walsh, and yeah, what a fantastic stance. You know, Ricky got past Tony Hicks, and then straight away the reaction was fantastic.
Well, here come the Surrey Scorchers. The three will tie it, but at least they can cut it to a 1-point game. Evan Walsh kicks out. Macklemore. Ryan Richards with the long two, doesn't go. Ubiaro with the rebound. And Elvisi Dusha, who hasn't featured a great deal this evening. Ricky McGill has gone to the bench with just over 2 minutes to go. Let's see what Elvisi Dusha can do. He's got to be cold coming in here. The arena's not particularly warm. Huge baseline pass to Mike Marcel. Dribbles, can't do anything with it. Good defense by Macklemore. Surrey Scorchers up the tempo. Ryan Richards was open for three, gave it up to Evan Walsh, who drives. Tough finish, Evan Walsh.
What a move from Evan Walsh.
He's having a great spell. Wow. Is that BBL or including NBL?
I believe that's BBL.
Ah, cool. And Surrey Scorchers as well then, because they obviously, as we were highlighted earlier, 3-ball goes up from Mike Purcell. Knocks it down, 4-point lead for the Raiders, 1:20 left. Tony Hicks. Scorchers will want to answer.
Yeah, a stop here from Raiders and a bucket is going to put them in a good position going into the second leg, that's for sure.
Drive by Teo, strong, no finish, and Principe had to be careful not to reach in there. That would have been foul number 5. Last minute. Raiders with a 4-point lead. Both teams probably at this stage happy to let some of the time run away, so there's not an effect, a knock-on effect in that second leg. Not that a huge lead can be amounted now. Will Neighbour goes to work, puts up the shot, big rebound. Principe puts up the right-handed hook off the glass, and it's a 6-point lead. 35 seconds to go. Tony Hicks drives. Lovely shot off the glass, doesn't go, and Mike Marcel with the rebound. Foul called against Evan Walsh. A tough call at this stage.
But this is really important, like we just said then. 2 stops by Raiders. A bucket and another one. You know, they got 2 free throws here because of the foul. All of a sudden, that lead's extending.
Yeah.
And you're in a position, Surrey, of having this, one possession game going into the second leg. That's changed drastically in the last 30 seconds.
I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but if you're the Scorchers, if you're Creon, the play before last we're kind of going back to, would you rather they took 24 seconds out of the clock?
Well, it's easy to say now, because you would, because it's affected you negatively. But if they made those 2 shots and they got stopped, and it's a whole different story.
Absolutely.
But you run that risk. You got 25 seconds left on the clock now. You got to just make sure you get the last shot.
Well, Mike Marcel missed the first. At the line for his second, knocks that down. Timeout called.
Yeah, there you go. See, timeout from Surrey.
That normally would feature more that haven't. Cameron Hildreth, Denzel Ubiaro, LVC Dusha.
And don't forget, Raiders without Ashley Hamilton tonight.
I know Ash, that's absolutely right. Clock ticking away then, there's 12 seconds. There's 11 seconds on the shot clock, so that's going to have to go up. And
right move here.
7, 6,
just what
5 seconds. Tony Hicks drives. Martel McLemore is off. Dusha behind the back. Time will expire, and the Raiders will take a 7-point advantage.